This is the 90-90 hip lift with hip shift, a progression from the 90-90 hip lift. This exercise is done up against the wall, and we're going to use a yoga block or something in between our legs, a few inches, so that way we have a little bit of spacing and have a little bit to squeeze against here. We want to be in a 90-90 position at the hips, at the knees, relax against the floor. You're going to flatten the low back against the ground by rocking your pelvis back, lifting up the pelvis off the floor. If you remember from our 90-90 hip lift, this is our starting position. The difference here with the hip shift is you're going to hold this position, the right knee is going to slide up. And so what I'm not doing is pulling the knee back towards my face. I'm just simply trying to just kind of shift this up, and what you're actually doing is getting the right front of your hip in front of the left hip. And this is more of a positional thing, and it's important for this exercise. So you're going to not be perfectly in line here. Your right knee is actually going to be a little bit higher up than your left knee. You'll actually see the yoga block tilt a little bit. Then what I'm going to do, just like the 90-90 hip lift, I'm going to use my heels, but instead of both heels, this time I'm actually going to take my right leg off the wall, just digging in with my left heel. And so this becomes very challenging just on the left side. We're isolating the left hamstring, the left glute, and the left inner thigh muscle. And we're forcing ourselves to breathe specifically through the left side of our diaphragm, which is usually going to be weaker than our right side. So we're going to hold this position. Deep breath in through the nose, 3 seconds. Out about 6 seconds. You get all that air out before you take an inhale. Inhale again, and then repeat that for a total of 4 for this repetition. Now, I'm trying not to pull my foot up off against the wall. I'm trying not to let my right side take over. So realistically, when we set this position, I'll show you again, we're going to rock back, we're going to lift up the pelvis and the hips off the ground, tailbone off the ground just slightly. Spine is still on the ground, flat against the ground. Abs are braced. You feel your hamstrings engage, but then I'm going to shift this right side up, take the right foot off the wall just slightly, dig in with the left heel, and breathe. So again, 4 times holding this position, then you relax, and then you're going to want to reset that entire progression each step. So what I would rather not see is a full out coming up, off, take off the wall, all in one smooth motion. I'm really looking for flatten the back, lift the hips, brace the abs, shift the hip, take off the wall. So you're going to step up to make sure you're in the right position, hold, breathe, go through the 4 count, and then relax. At the end of the exercise, you should feel your left behind the thigh, left glute, left inner thigh on, activated, a little bit of a burn, and that's a good thing. And so this exercise mixed with the breathing is going to train your body on how to properly use your core equally on both sides. Instead of compensating and being more reliant on the right side of the body, the left side, left core, left diaphragm are going to be called into action a lot more. So again, this is a 90-90 hip lift with hip shift. Thank you.